Namaskar and warm welcome from Executives team. मैं हूं देवम and today we're gonna start our April month's current affair. The table of content as usual is in front of you. I won't tell you, I won't dictate you. You can see it, you can pause the screen and you can note it down. So without wasting any time, let's start our today's session. The very first topic, Airtel IPP WhatsApp banking services. Now listen to me. Indian Post Payment banks and Bharti Airtel have partnered to launch banking services through WhatsApp for their customers in India. See, you can even you can check right now only on your phones. There is an option for the payment also. Okay, like on some of the options where you can type, there is camera, there is a microphone, and there is also sign of rupee if you can see. So that's what we are talking about. Okay, let's get brief into it. Let's know it. See here what it is, what it will enable. So it will enable IPP customers to connect with the bank on WhatsApp. Okay, it's very simple. Effortlessly. Okay, it means very easily avail host of banking services, doorstep services, request and locating nearest post office. ओके मैनी मैनी गुड थिंग्स यानी कि बहुत इजी चीज़ें, बहुत आसानजनक चीज़ें और बहुत एफर्टलेसली आपको कुछ चीज़ें, कुछ ऑप्शंस इसमें मिलेंगे. द पार्टनरशिप इज एम टू ड्राइविंग डिजिटल एंड फाइनेंशियल इंक्लूजन इन इंडिया. ओके, now here noting a notable part, let's read it also. IPB, IPPB, a division of India Post that comes under the aegis of Department of Post, which comes under the Union Ministry of Communication. Now, Minister of Communications, Electronics and Information Technology, and even Railways. Who he is? You should know the name. He is Shri Ashwin Vaishnav. Okay, let me write it here. You can even note it down because it's very important. You should know the minister's name. Shri Ashwin Vaishnav. Okay, you should know this name. Okay, our second current affair. Okay, first ever anti-spyware declaration. Now here, the US and 10 other nations. Okay, remember this, 10 other nations have issued the first ever significant anti-spyware declaration. Now here, listen to me. India is not part of this declaration. Okay, let's know about it. Or maybe let me tell you something about it first of all. Listen to me. Okay, concentrate here. What was the first anti-spyware declaration? Okay, let's know about it. What it is. So listen, first ever anti-spyware declaration, the United States and 10 other nations, as written here, okay, issued the first ever significant anti-spyware declaration. Now, US President signed an executive order banning spyware from the US federal government. Okay, NSO group from Israel has conquered a significant majority of global spyware market. Okay, समझ आया? Do you got it? Okay. Now let's talk about it further. So here key points. See, spyware, the invasive tools have been used to target and intimidate perceived opponents and facilitate efforts to curb dissent, limit freedoms of expression. Okay. Now here curb dissent का मतलब है एक तरीके से बुरी चीजों को होने से रोकना. Okay, like to stop bad things. Okay, here it is what it means. Okay, now it is committed to preventing the export of software technology and equipment to end users who are likely to use spyware for malicious cyber activity, including unauthorized intrusion into information systems. Now here, what is malicious cyber activity? Malicious का मतलब होता है like दुर्भावनापूर्ण. ओके, एंड इंट्रूशन का मतलब होता है अतिक्रमण. लेट मी राइट इट हियर. मॉलिशियस का मतलब होता है दुर्भावनापूर्ण, और हिंदी में अगर मैं लिखूं इसे सो मेरी हैंडराइटिंग पे मत जाना, ओके। एंड इंट्रूशन का मतलब होता है अतिक्रमण। अतिक्रमण होते हैं ना, सब्जी वालों के ठेले वेले हटा देते हैं, अतिक्रमण हुआ ऐसे कहते हैं, है ना, वही चीज। और इसको भी अगर हिंदी में वैसे जरूरत नहीं, आई गेस यू गॉट इट, बट स्टिल लिख देता हूँ, अच्छे से समझ आ जाएगा। Okay. Now, key points. Spyware have been used to target and facilitate efforts to curb dissent, limit freedoms of expression. Now, what is there is important in this full point? Limit freedoms of expressions. This is all you should know. Okay. Now, second point, it is committed to preventing export of software technology equipment to end users who are likely to use spyware for malicious crime activity. I have told you, you can like understand it, it's not that tough. Now, Australia, Canada, Costa Rica, Denmark, France, New Zealand, Norway, Sweden, Switzerland, and the United Kingdom and United States have signed this declaration. These are the countries. You can note it down and you can take a snap of it. Okay. Our next current affair of the day, Diamond Jubilee of CBI. Now, the Prime Minister inaugurated the Diamond Jubilee celebration of the Central Bureau of Investigation CBI at Vigyan Bhavan in New Delhi. Okay. See, Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi have inaugurated the Diamond Jubilee celebrations of Central Bureau of Investigation on 3rd April at 12 noon at Vigyan Bhavan. कब किया? So you should know the date. कब किया? So 3rd April में. Okay, when he inaugurated? He inaugurated on 3rd of April at 12 noon. Okay, 12 p.m. Okay, now let's get briefing. Central Bureau of Investigation. It was established by resolution of Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India on April 1st, 1963. Okay, remember the date. It's also important for your general knowledge. And has been premier investigating agency in India since then. The premier investigating agency of India is not a statutory body. It derives its power to investigate from the Delhi Special Police Establishment Act of 1946. Okay. It means it is not a statutory body. Okay. From where does it derives its power? So it derives from Delhi Special Police Establishment Act of 1946. Okay. It has authority to investigate breaches of central laws enforceable by Government of India, multi-state organized crime, multi-agency or international cases. See, here I don't think it should be explained much, because in many of nowadays movies you can see the RAW, the CBI and all that stuff in news. So I guess you know better than me what is CBI. Okay, so let's know the other current affair. Christiana Koch. Now here, the US Space Agency, okay, the US Space Agency, which is NASA, has declared that Koch will be the mission specialist when four humans board the Orion spacecraft for a trip around the moon. Okay, so you should remember this name, not even for this current this year's prelims or this year's any examination, but for the upcoming examinations also. Okay, you should know this name. Let's know here. See, it has officially kicked off preparation for the Artemis second mission. It is a 10-day mission, 2.3 million kilometer journey around the moon and back, aim to demonstrate all origins life support apparatus and will operate as designed with all astronauts aboard in deep space. Okay, it aims to return astronauts to the moon surface, establish a sustainable outpost which will be used to conduct research and develop technologies that will support human exploration to even Mars. Okay. Before going to other current affair, let me tell you one more thing. Here, Christiana Coach, let me tell you something more about it. Okay. For like before this all declaration, for what Christiana Coach was famous for, why she was famous, or what she have done before that she have been chosen for this mission. ऐसा क्या किया? What she did? What was she famous for? So her full name, first of all, is Christiana Hammock Coach. Let me write it here. Christiana Hammock Coach. Okay, this is her full name. Now, She was selected as a NASA astronaut in year 2013, as she became astronaut in year 2013. Okay, she served as a flight engineer on the International Space Station for Expedition 59, 60 and 61. Okay, even she set a record for the longest single space flight by a woman with a total of 328 days in space and participated in the first all-female spacewalk. And that's why she is famous and eligible for doing such a big mission. Okay, I hope it is clear in your mind. Okay, then let's get to another current affair of the day. I guess it's the fifth one. Finland's NATO membership. Now this is very important. Concentrate here, everybody. I want your all concentration in this particular current affair. Okay, I think this is really important. This current affair is important. Okay, so concentrate here, please. Finland's NATO membership. Finland officially became a member of the NATO, making a definitive shift in Europe's post-World War II alignment and isolating Russia further. See, Finland became NATO's newest member. Okay, when? What is the date? It's very important. Note it down. Remember with me. What is the date? It's 4th of April. Here, this only 2023. Okay, remember it. It's important. Upon depositing its instrument of accession to the North Atlantic Treaty with United States at NATO. Okay, remember whatever I said. Please, if you haven't understood, rewind this and understand. Please, please, again I am saying you, this current affair is important. Okay, I will go very brief and very deep in this current affair, so stay tuned, listen to me without skipping it. Okay, see, key points here. Finland and its neighbor Sweden applied for NATO membership following Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Finland is now 31st NATO member. Obviously, if your neighbor countries has been attacked, you will get scared of the other person who has attacked to your neighbor country. So obviously you will need some support, you will need some backup, you will need some kind of security for your country. So obviously Sweden got little scared from Russia and they applied for the NATO membership. It ends over the 70 year of military non-alignment for small Nordic country sharing border with Russia. During the Cold War era, policy of neutrality between the USSR and the West was known as Finlandization, and this had been one of the options discussed for Ukraine before the Russia invaded. Okay, this is quite simple. Now, listen to me. This is important. See, there are many confusions in people's mind that what is NATO, what is its importance, why it is important, why countries like Ukraine, Finland, Sweden wants to get in NATO, what are its pros, what are the benefits, and if there are all benefits, is there any kind of a con? Is there any kind of a like a thing which is not good? So I will clear it here. Now listen to me. Very seriously listen me. Okay. See, let me tell you three pros and three cons joining a NATO of joining a NATO. It will make you simple. ठीक है, मैं आपको तीन एडवांटेज और तीन नुकसान बताऊंगा नेटो ज्वाइन करने के, तो आपको क्लियरली समझ आ जाएगा कि क्यों कंट्रीज नेटो जाना चाहती हैं, क्या वहां पर अच्छा होगा, मतलब नेटो में ज्वाइन होना चाहती हैं. You will get to know it. Okay, so number one reason, first we will talk about the pros. Okay, there are pros and there are cons as well. Okay, let me write it here. See, there are pros and there are cons. First we'll discuss about pros. Number one pro, the number one which we'll discuss is collective defense. Write it down. Okay, if I am telling you to write it down, then write it down. Collective defense. Okay, this is the first one. Okay, first advantage. Now listen, concentrate here officers. There is still many question among all of us that what are the benefits of joining NATO, right? The first one is collective defense. The North Atlantic Treaty Organization, which is NATO, is an alliance between 30 independent member countries. After Finland, now obviously 31 countries in North America and Europe, including the United States, the United Kingdom, and Turkey. It was founded in 1949. When NATO was founded? 1949. Okay. In the aftermath of the World War II, to counter the threat posed at that time by the Soviet Union and secure peace in Europe. This was the initiative. Okay. Any doubt till now? Now listen. Its main principle is an attack against one ally is considered as an attack against all allies. एक को मारोगे तो बाकी सब भी सोचेंगे या फिर मानेंगे कि हम पर आक्रमण हुआ है. एक तरीके से मोटा मोटा आप ये मान सकते हो, नेटो स्वयं में एक कंट्री. इट मींस नेटो इज अ काइंड ऑफ इट्स ओन कंट्री, नॉट 31 कंट्रीज. इट इज वन कंट्री. यू कैन थिंक लाइक दैट, है ना. मोटा मोटा आप ये जान सकते हो. नाउ notable part here is that there is no NATO army as such. Okay, no NATO army. There is no NATO army. Member states can contribute to their allies activities and global operations in varying forms and scales. यानी अपने मन से वो जब भी, जैसे यूक्रेन मान लेते हैं यूक्रेन हाल फिलहाल में नेटो का मेंबर है एंड रशिया आक्रमण कर देता है, तो बाकी जितने भी कंट्रीज हैं, बाकी जितने भी अलाइज हैं, वो अपनी स्वेच्छा से अपनी आर्मी दे सकते हैं. किसी ने 100, किसी ने 1000, किसी ने 5000, कुछ भी, जितने आपकी श्रद्धा भक्ति है, आप उतने सोल्जर्स, उतने इक्विपमेंट्स, उतनी चीजें आप अपने एलाई पार्टनर को दे सकते हैं. बट देयर इज नो स्पेसिफिक नेटो आर्मी. ओके. नाउ नंबर सेकंड, व्हाट इज द सेकंड प्रोस हियर? प्रमोटिंग डायलॉग. ओके, प्रमोटिंग, राइट इट डाउन. प्रमोटिंग dialogue, or see here, not all. Promoting dialogue, what happens is NATO says it aims to promote cooperation among its members. Yes, obviously it's same. And to guard their freedom by commending the allies to democracy, individual liberty, and the rule of law, as well as to peaceful resolution of disputes. What it is saying? To democracy, individual liberty, and the rule of law, as well as to peace resolution of disputes. Now, in simple words, countries must vote unanimously on a decision in order for it to be enacted, such as welcoming a new member. Okay, सिंपली बताऊं, एक दूसरे को मदद, कहीं पर भी इंटरनेशनली कोई भी चीज हो, एक दूसरे की हाँ में हाँ ही मिलाएंगे हमेशा. दे विल ऑलवेज बी इनसाइड ऑफ नेटो अलायंस. ओके, वेदर दे सपोर्ट और नॉट सपोर्ट इट इंडिविजुअली. ओके. नाउ number 3, the third pro, I'm writing it down here. Spreading democracy. Spreading democracy. Okay. Now listen to me, concentrate here. NATO has an open door policy which states that membership is open to any European state in a position to further the principles of its North Atlantic Treaty and to contribute to the security of North Atlantic area. Okay, but in order to join, countries must meet certain political, economical, and military criteria, which include a functioning democratic political system based on a market economy and a commitment to resolve conflict peacefully. Okay, मतलब अगर आप नेटो में हो तो मान लो just for the time being, let's assume Pakistan and India both are in Europe and both are members of NATO. Now they cannot, not even Pakistan, not even India, anyone amongst us can shoot a single bullet. Okay, that will be violating the rules of NATO. Okay, the conflict will be resolved by sitting and by discussion like that, है ना, पीसफुली बैठ के, समझ के, भाईचारा के साथ. तो आप नेटो के अंदर हो तो आप एक दूसरे से लड़ नहीं सकते हो. बेसिकली ये. डू यू अंडरस्टैंड ईच एंड एवरी प्रोस, है ना, समझ आया? नाउ लेट्स टॉक अबाउट दी कॉन्स. क्या फायदे नहीं है ज्वाइन करने के नेटो. अब हम बात करेंगे यहाँ पर कॉन्स की. What are the disadvantages? So number one, any guesses? I know you can guess it. Obviously, tension with रशिया. ओके, रूस के साथ टेंशन. अगर नेटो का सबसे बड़ा दुश्मन कौन है? रूस है, तो उसके साथ तो टेंशन होनी है ऑब्वियसली. सो टेंशन विथ रशिया. See here, listen to me, concentrate here. Russia's President Vladimir Putin has for years warned that Moscow will resist further NATO expansion in bordering countries, viewing it as a direct threat to his country. But what is problem with Russia here? Seriously, what is the problem? See, John Ferrer, John Ferrer, Director of Foreign Policy, in Focus at the Institute for Policy Studies, says NATO expansion needlessly provokes Russia. Needlessly provokes. He urged in 1996 that if more countries join NATO and Russian officials counter this, then this expansion would be decreasing, not increasing security in the region. Okay? Expansion is an aggressive act that threatens to undo decades of security cooperation and tilt Russia closer towards considering an anti-Western alliance with China or Iraq, he said in 1996. Main चीज यहाँ पर है anti-Western allies. He don't want, Russia don't want any allies, any Western allies on his doorsteps. Okay. Now, this is the first cons. This is the first like disadvantage of joining NATO. See this दुश्मनी रशिया के साथ. Now, if you have noted down, let me clear it and write down the second disadvantage. Second one, funding relies on US. Funding relies on US, America. See here, concentrate, please concentrate. If you got this, you will never ever have any kind of problem in understanding NATO. See, NATO allies agreed in 2014. When? In 2014. To spend a minimum of 2% of their gross domestic product, yani GDP, on defense to ensure the allies' military readiness, but a majority of members failed to meet the target. Critics argue that this over-reliance could make the US too influential in European politics, and that allies should ease themselves off by investing in and building their own security and defense system. This is actually very true. And we can see that US is like dominating in Europe. Why? Because it is funding the NATO. The own NATO countries are not funding that much, which alone US is funding. Then obviously it will dominate. It will dominate all the treaties. It will dominate like all the things which are profitable for US. If we see it broadly, मोटा मोटा बाहर से अगर आप देखो, if you see it broadly, then actually what US is doing, it is manipulating Europe that I am giving you money for your protection, so you should give me some kind of profit. Now what kind of profit? Like all the trades, all the things which are coming, my persons, countries, people who are coming to Europe, give them free access and whatever, all the good things which are good for the America, they are using it. And Europeans are thinking, yeah, right, they are helping us, so we should give them all the access. Now, here, you should link one thing. Okay, I think it's not proper, but like somewhat you can link it. You have read history, modern history. There is a very broad like thing in modern history which is very important for you, which is subsidiary alliance treaty. You remember subsidiary alliance treaty? Same or kind of subsidiary alliance, this is what US is doing. Kind of a thing. It is showing good things to Europe, that see, I am doing good for you, I am giving you security, I am giving you money, I am giving this. But at the end, ultimately, the profit is of US. As before also I have told you how dollar became so big. US in past also, in history, in past history also, he have done this. How dollar became so, all the time when the countries were in the world war, he sold the weapons to both the allies and took money in form of dollars or gold. With the end of Second World War, it got 70% of whole world's gold. So it's like, I will make another video for it, but this is what the strategy of US is. Now, without giving more time into it, the third point, you should know. I am removing it. I hope you have noted down. The third point, drawn into conflict. Obviously, drawn into. Now, what it is, while NATO's collective defense pledge protects the allies, it also means members may reluctantly be forced to join a conflict if another ally comes under attack. Okay, simple as it is. If like now is Finland is a NATO country, right? If Finland got attacked by Russia, Germany wants it or not want it, he have to help Finland. Though it is good partner with Russia in past, Russia is good friend of it, but it doesn't even count here. Germany have to, and not only Germany, the other 30 countries have to help Sweden whether they want or not. Okay, this is the policy. This is also kind of disadvantage. So this were three pros and three cons. I hope you understood it. And I hope now there will be no problem in understanding NATO further. Okay, so here our here significance. If we read about the significance here, so Finland brings better security to whom? To NATO. Okay, but it is losing out on significant trade and tourist revenue. Okay, like why it is losing on revenue on trade and tourist? Because it was making from Russia and its position as west gateway to east. Okay, like here is Russia. Okay, this is, and here it is the Finland. The people comes here and it is also the gateway from the east. Okay, if we go from here, like here, so obviously it is a gateway towards the west, and it will lost its revenue because Russia will stop it. Okay, as simple as that. Now what is, let's know about the NATO. It provides additional military strength, doubles its border with the country, brings in a better position to station weapons, includes missile launch pads closer to Russia, and this is what will make Russia more angry. Now here Russia criticized this move, obviously, as it would fray relations with Moscow, obviously, undo its status as a confidence building presence in Basaltic Sea and Europe. Where is Basaltic Sea? Mark it on the world map. Okay. So this was all about the current affair. I like this current affair. I hope you understood all the NATO things. Okay. Now, next current affair of the day: BH1 and Gaia BH2. Scientists have discovered the closest black hole BH1 to Earth in our cosmic backyard using a Gaia satellite. Okay, let's know it. Let's get brief into it. About the discovery, see here. BH1 is the closest black hole. Okay, this is what you have to remember. Okay, now it is the closest black hole ever detected till date. Okay, it doesn't mean that we don't have, or it assures you that we don't have any black hole more closer. Okay, but till now the discovery, BH1 is the closest black hole ever, situated just 1560 light years away from the Earth in the direction of constellation Ophiuchus. Okay, discovered by a team of astronomers using the European Space Agency ESA Gaia satellite designed to preciously measure the positions and movements of stars in the Milky Way galaxy. Okay, now Gaia also found the second closest black hole to Earth. Okay, second also here. And remember this, we are talking till date. It doesn't mean, okay, that it is the only second. Okay, it might be the fourth, sixth in future. We can get some black holes nearer to it, to Earth also. Gaia BH2, which is 3,800 light years away in the constellation Centaurus. Okay, the discovery is significant. Why? Because it enables scientists to observe black holes up close and in detail. By observing the effects of their gravity on nearby stars and gas, astronomers can learn more about the properties and behaviors of black holes. I hope Stephen Hawking is happy wherever he is. It presents new prospects for studying these mysterious entities and comprehending their impact on structure of the cosmos. Cosmos means, I know many of you know the meaning of cosmos, but still it means universe. Okay, universe. Our next current affair of the day, okay, Indian space policy. I think it's the seventh current affair of the day, if I'm not wrong. Indian space policy 2023. Now here, listen to me. The government has approved the Indian Space Policy ISP 2023 to boost the private sector participation, which is PSP, and increase investment in space sector for private companies. For your knowledge, okay, I will tell you at the end of the at the end of this current affair. Okay, let's know first about it. About the Indian Space Policy 2023, it clarifies roles and responsibilities of Indian Space Research Organization, which is ISRO obviously, New Space India Limited, NSIL, and the Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Center in Space C, as well as that of the private players in the Indian space sector, encourages private sector to invest in creating new infrastructure for sector and outlines frameworks for the private sector to use ISRO facilities for small charge. Okay, okay. Now here, it is expected to enhance overall ISRO missions with the greater participation of non-government entities, including academia, the research community, startups, and industry. It will provide a strategic roadmap for the growth and development of India's space program to promote innovation, technological advancement, and international cooperation, and to ensure national security and space domain. Okay, now listen to me here. For your knowledge, I am adding one more point here. I want you to know what is the latest mission of ISRO 2023. It's really important for your examination, whichever exam you will give, UPSC or even other SSC or all. This current affair is important. Why it is important? Because you should know the latest mission of ISRO. So, latest mission of ISRO is, let me write it here. You know it. You guessed it right. Chandrayaan 3, Chandrayaan 3rd. Okay, good. So, Indian Space Research Organization chairman as Somnath on March 22nd, which is just a month ago, said the launch of Chandrayaan 3, India's third lunar mission and the first solar mission, Aditya L1. Aditya L1 also. Aditya L1. Okay, will possibly happen by middle of 2023. Okay, so you can note it down here or just remember. Now, our next current affair, Ambedkar Circuit Train, tourist train. Okay, see here. The Indian government recently launched the Ambedkar Circuit tourist train under the Dekho Apna Desh initiative to promote domestic tourism in the country. It is very easy current affair, just remember this. Okay, here the key point, it was flagged by the Hazrat Nizamuddin railway station. Okay, the 8-day special tours covers 8 significant places associated with Ambedkar, which is New Delhi, Mahu, Nagpur, Sanchi, Sarnath, Gaya, Rajgir, and Nalanda. Okay, the train is to join initiative of Ministries of Tourism and Railways. अभी मैंने फर्स्ट करंट अफेयर में बताया था. Okay, कौन है मिनिस्टर? Aimed at attracting not only the wider tourist base but also the Dalit community. Okay. Now, देखो अपना देश स्कीम क्या है ये? It has the objective, what it is? So it has the objective of creating awareness among the citizens about the rich heritage and culture of the country and encouraging citizens to travel within the country. I'm sorry. It aims to push people, especially middle class citizens, to travel broadly in India rather than flying abroad. Obviously, yeah, in our India, we have like beautiful places to visit. We like no none other foreign places or foreign countries have such a beauty like we have in India. If you want cold, if you want the climate be cool, you can go Kashmir side, you can go Himachal, wherever in north. If you want some greenery, you want to go some places where you can enjoy the sunset, the sunrise, you can go in south, Kerala. If you want to enjoy the sea, if you want to enjoy the rivers, you can go in the south area in Goa, you can go Mumbai, you can go in Madhya Pradesh for watching the Narmada river. If you want to go Ganga, you can go Haridwar. There are lots of places to visit in India, then why should we fly abroad? So this is what the government's initiative is. I hope you got that. Another current affair. Uh, I think let me tell you something more about that Ambedkar train. Okay, see here, listen to me. Okay, coming back to it. Let me tell you, the government on April 14. Okay, this is also important. Remember this. When on April 14 launched the first Ambedkar Circus tourist train, which will cover prominent places associated with the life of B.R. Ambedkar, as well as important Buddhist heritage site. As we have seen the places which it will visit, it is also consisting some places which are prominent and important for Buddhist heritage sites. The Bharat Gaurav tourist train is being operated under Dekho Apna Desh initiative, which is aimed at promoting domestic tourism and is a joint collaboration between the Ministries of Tourism and Railways. Okay, the Bharat Gaurav train aims to give glimpse of life of Bharat Ratna Baba Saheb Ambedkar to all passengers. G. Kishan Reddy, Union Minister of Culture and Tourism. Let me write it here. G. Kishan Reddy. Okay. What he is the Union Minister for Culture and Tourism. The first stop will be New Delhi, from where the tourists would be taken to B.R. Ambedkar Memorial. The next stop would be at his birthplace Mahu, from where the train will move to Nagpur, where the tourists proceed to visit Diksha Bhumi, a consecrated monument of Navayana Buddhism. Okay, so this was all about and little more things about this Dekho Apna Desh scheme and this train. I hope you liked it. Now, our next current affair. SOPs for safety and security of journalists. Okay, I know you know this. A recent incident in Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh, has raised a concern about the safety and security of journalists in India. What happened in Uttar Pradesh recently? No, the name Atiq Ahmed. Okay, how he died? That's all about. On April 15, 2023, Mafia Don turned politician Atiq Ahmed and his brother were shot dead by three individuals posing as TV news reporters. TV prompted Ministry of Home Affairs MHA to draft a standard operating procedure for safety and security of journalists. Decision was taken under direction of Prime Minister, aims to ensure safety of media persons while following accused and interviewing such individuals while they are in the custody. Like obviously they were interviewing very openly, which is even harmful for the journalist. Maybe their team or their gang could attack, and it is also dangerous for the criminals. See, so Prime Minister and government have taken it seriously, and to ensure the safety of people, they said that if you want to take interview, no issues, you can take it. You can take the interview, but in the police custody only. Okay. Okay. Now, civil union. Okay, civil union. Let's know about it. CJI clarified. CGI, Chief Justice of India, clarified that the hearing scope would be limited to developing a nation of a civil union that finds legal recognition under the Special Marriage Act. Okay, let's get brief into it. Now, what is civil union? The first question, also known as civil partnership, is a legally recognized arrangement similar to marriage. Similar to marriage. Created as a means to provide recognition in law for the same sex couples like gays and lesbians who want to get married. The people who want to get married in the same gender. एक ही जेंडर के दो लोगों को शादी करनी हो उनके लिए है ये, जैसे लड़का लड़का लड़की लड़की. Okay, for them, accompanied by rights such as inheritance right, property rights, parental rights, employment benefits to spouse, joint parenting rights to abstain from testifying against one's partner, similar to spousal privilege given under Section 122 of Indian Evidence Act. Okay. See, here let me tell you a proper and small definition of civil union. The legal status that ensures the same-sex couples specified rights and responsibilities of married couple. Okay, this is what is called civil union. I hope you got it. This is not that tough. This is very easy. Now, other countries allow civil unions. Who are they? So in 2015, the Supreme Court of United States SCOTUS, SCOTUS, legalized same-sex marriage across the nation with its landmark ruling in Obergefell v. Hodges. या फिर Hodges. Similarly, countries like Brazil, Uruguay, Andorra, and Chile had also recognized the right of same-sex couples to enter into civil unions even before they formally recognized their legal right to marriage. Okay. Now, what is the difference between civil union and marriage? What is the difference? So, the main difference is the level of legal recognition they receive. Civil unions are recognized by issuing states and not by federal law. It means that same-sex couples in civil unions may not be able to enjoy the benefits of being a civil union uniformly across all states. It means like any state could have, some state or any state could have their own kind of a little law which they could add in it. Marriages are recognized by both, but here marriages are recognized by both state and federal law, means that the rights and benefits conferred upon married couples are uniform throughout the country. This is an important point. Okay, you should know this all 3 points, and the end, this is the conclusion that marriage is official, marriage is recognized, but there are some kind of laws which could a state could imply, okay, apply. Now, I think this is the last current affair of the day. Operation Kaveri. It was not that much in news, but it's very important. India has started Operation Kaveri to evacuate its nationals, owing to the current crisis in Sudan. Sudan में current crisis, current problem चल रही है. वहां से evacuate करा Indians को. Okay. Now, key points here. See. The Indian government has deployed two C-30s aircraft and the Navy ships INS Sumedha on standby to evacuate Indians from the violence-hit African nation. It is a code name for Indians' evacuation effort to bring back its citizens stranded in Sudan amid intense fighting between the army and rival paramilitary force there. Okay. Now here. Listen to me. Concentrate here. What is Operation Kaveri did in Sudan? What they did? Operation Kaveri has evacuated majority of Indians in Sudan so far, with the embassy also helping to evacuate Sri Lankan. Okay, remember this thing. They are also helping to evacuate Sri Lankans, Nepalis, and Bangladeshi nationalists also. Now, what is the story? The Indian government has evacuated around 3,195 of the 3,400 citizens registered with the Indian embassy in Sudan. Over a week after launching Operation Kaveri, Now, when it started, so it started on April 24th, Monday. Let me write it. Monday, April 24 is the date when it got started. Okay, 2023. I hope you got it. Now, it is named on Kaveri River, flowing through Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, worshipped as goddess Kaveri Amma. It represents a river that reaches its destination despite barriers, symbolizing the safe return of Indians stuck in Sudan. Under it, India has been rescuing its citizens in buses from conflict zones in Khartoum. Remember this, Khartoum to Port Sudan, from where they are being taken to Jeddah in Indian Air Force's transport aircraft and Indian Navy's ships also. From Jeddah, the Indians are being brought home in either commercial flights or IFS aircraft. Okay, so this was our current affair. I hope you liked it. I hope you got something new from it. So the next current affair video which will be coming will be the last current affair video for your 2023 prelims. Okay, it will be the last current affair, so please watch that. In that we'll talk some current affairs which is very recent, which is like of this month only, which is very important, which could become in your exam, because the recent current affairs are the most important ones, as we all know. So don't miss that current affair. I will see you very soon in that current affair. Till then, keep following Exactis. Watch all the shorts which are very important. You can check the playlist of current affairs. You can check the playlist like which is important for your prelims. Check that out. It is very important.